Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Today, RFK Jr. did exactly what he said he would do in his confirmation hearings, which began on the first day of the Year of the Snake. And remember, last year he uploaded to his social media account on July 2nd, RFK Jr. the Snake. But if you watch those confirmation hearings, he was getting blasted about supposedly being responsible for a measles outbreak that killed 83 people in America Samoa. 83, right? 83. Like the song Murder by Numbers came out in 83. Killing's the sport of the elected. But he was getting blasted and accused for being responsible for that outbreak. And he said, listen, if I become the health secretary, I will do whatever the CDC tells me. And I thought, oh boy, that means new boss going to be same as the old boss. They call him the anti-jabber, but now he's going to be right on board with the CDC's messaging. And anyhow, today RFK Jr. comes out and he says the MMR vaccine is the most effective way to prevent spread of measles. And just look at it, you guys. He does this on April 7th, right? 4-7 as we write it in the U.S. Look at it. MMR vaccine has a gematria value of 47, like government, like authority, like Republican, like Democrat, like president, like White House, et cetera, et cetera. Even when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, the letters DC are 47. And it's funny, this is the super suspect one, right? There's so much debate around this one, except for from the scientific community, where they say there's no debate at all and it's totally safe and effective. It's just they have no clue why everybody has autism these days. They don't know what caused it, but they know it wasn't this. And remember, the one doctor who narrowed it down to this, they took away his license and said he was a kook. And he did some pretty serious research. And what I can tell you from my own experience is I used to manage an autistic children's home. And the children who were there, who still had contact with their parents and the parents still visited, they all had the same story. Every last parent at that place had the same story. That around age 2, they got this shot. And all of a sudden, their child drastically changed. But the scientific community says all these people are a bunch of kooks. With regards to the measles, something that, my parents' generation, they just got and they lived with. And, it was very rare that anything happened other than measles for a few days. Anyway, never mind. Disregard that. Here's what else I'll say. Today's date, April 7th, it can be written 7-4 as well. If you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology. You can see how measles equals 74. Today's date numerology is 20, which would break down to 2, but measles with the alphabetic order and numerology is 20. With the reverse alphabetic order, measles is 115. Remember, this administration was voted in on November 5th after about a gazillion 115 rituals, including the assassination hoax 115 days before the selection. The whole hush money trial was all about the 115. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse numerology, measles equals 43. And again, remember, the Jesuits gave us the calendar, the language as we know it, Trump and RFK Jr., Jesuit educated. The medical industry pretty much dictated by the Jesuits. But Jesuit-run HBO, their last episode this past Thursday of The Pit, the big theme was measles. That episode came out on April 3rd, 4/3. And if you haven't seen it, the doctor's getting very flustered with a parent who has a measles outbreak amongst their children. And she won't listen to the doctors because she's in her smartphone looking up all the information about why you shouldn't get the pokey-dokes. And it's funny because in the same episode, the doctor starts speaking in Hebrew. And remember, Jewish equals 74. And they say that Jewish community is one of the least likely to get the outbreak. You've seen how many headlines there have been over the years about measles outbreaks in Jewish communities. Isn't it funny how measles equals 74 like Jewish? I mean, what are the odds? I mean, really, what are the odds? It's all news by the numbers. It's all ritualism, and they put it into that HBO, that Jesuit-run HBO episode in a big old way. But yeah, RFK Jr., he said he was just going to do whatever the CDC told him. Looks like he's staying true to his word, like a good old snake. And don't forget, year of the snake equals 72, like RFK Jr., like he put out his social media post, RFK Jr. the snake on 7/2. He got grilled about the jab schedule where a child now gets 72 shots by age 18. Again, Sesame Street started promoting jabs to children in 1972. You can't make it up. Jesuit order equals 72. You run it the other way. Jesuit order equals 54. Look at this sentence right here. Meanwhile, New Mexico, that's the 47th state. They got to mention the 47th state on 47. Meanwhile, New Mexico has reported 54 cases. Yeah, okay. I see what you did there. Don't forget, RFK Jr. was born in 54. Went to Georgetown Prep. Georgetown founded by 54-year-old John Carroll, whose name also equals 54 like Jesuit order. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave it there for now, True Seeker. And until next time.